Lawyer KPEBU, would you believe the pollsters, the prophets, or the tricksters?
All the above.
I like that.
You sound like Dana Fariabua. My quizmaster.
Yes. It's like when Rollins went to the National Reconciliation Commission, they asked him to swear the Bible or the Quran, and he said he wanted both.
All of them.
Yes. So we
he ended up affirming.
Exactly. So they all have a critical role to play, especially the tricksters. You remember before the 2024 elections, Professor Smart, he came out with a very dubious post that showed that BAWUMIA would win. But that's dubious. It was clear from 2022. It was always clear that JM would win this election. So in 2024, for Professor Smart to come out with a post that showed that BAWUMIA could win the election, so that he had thrown polls to the dogs. So for me, I think all of the participants play a role. Yeah, especially the
pollsters and the tricksters and the prophets.
Yes. They all play a role because you see, human beings are not just only rational. No. In election theories and behaviors, people don't vote just on rational basis alone. No. It's never been that. Yes. It's not just rational thought.
True.
A lot of it there is identity politics. The man comes from my home region. Exactly. He speaks my language. He goes to the same church with me, religion. And in Ghana, sometimes our polls don't seem to unearth the extent to which religion influences elections. It is huge. Very huge. Yeah. Very huge, right? So all of these persons play a role. So let's go along with all of them, except that the wisdom is knowing the extent of each person's influence. Yes, that's what will make the difference. You should know that, okay, the pollster is going scientific, but the polling is not only, he's doing science, but election is not only science. Election is also about sentiment. It's also about a lot of irrational factors, which carry a lot of weight. You say it, which carry a lot of weight. Because somebody is happy to just have, like we say, made this year, right? Yes, it's one of us. That's it. The fact that my hometown man is president is sufficient. Yeah, because if not for anything at all, it makes sure that our ethnic group, our geography is made more prominent, etc. Right? So that's where I would leave it. Except that once again, we say that for me, I still struggle to understand that this thing is clear unless that Kwenku misgovern way beyond the way the Akufo-Addo-BAWUMIA administration misgovern. NPP doesn't stand a chance in 2028.
You are wrong.
Yes, it's clear to me. Unless, and who is going to sit down for this? That himself will not even accept that. There is set agenda, the way people voted for JM. Why is that space for him to misgovern to that extent? No, we've drawn a line, right, in the sand that we would never have such poor governance. So it means that it's a forward march. Because by the record, if you compare Akufo-Addo and JM head to head, JM is above him, economics, press freedom, corruption perception, democracy, etc. And ipso facto, better than BAWUMIA, right? So to the extent that this is a better administration, common sense will teach you that go and bring somebody who is unblemished, somebody that people will not get anything to talk about. BAWUMIA, he's as corrupt as a...
come on, man. You cannot say that.
And that's my opinion.
No, it's not an opinion. You cannot sit here and impugn a former president like that. Do you have any evidence that he's corrupt?
Yeah, they say...
No, you cannot do that. No, say that. You cannot do that.
You can't say that. Let me go on.
I can say that. How do you sit there and say the former president was corrupt?
But let me go on.
Do you have any evidence to support that?
But the corruption perception index is there.
You didn't say perception. You said it's corrupt.
But
do you have any evidence?
That's the one. What do you mean?
You said it's corrupt. Do you have any evidence that it's corrupt?
Have I said conviction?
You cannot sit there and impugn a man integrity like that. No.
Please. You keep quiet.
When you say a man is corrupt, you are the lawyer. You're the human rights lawyer. You have the right to call a man corrupt when you have no evidence.
Have you given me opportunity to talk, to explain, and I've not been able to?
Yes.
I making the point.
You were building on the point
Yes.
before you went on the other part of it.
They are all important.
I was scrolling into the religion
So,
aspect
you see,
just to actually buttress the point you were making.
Yes.
In fact, it is indeed the case.
You see,
Based on Musa Dankwe's own.
Musa Dankwe's 81% is
Yes.
for what?
Christians.
Christians.
18% Muslims, and then what was the outcome of this?
Basically,
How would you say that?
The MPP delegates, 81% of them are Christian.
How critical is this religious state?
Look, I mean, it's not critical. I mean, for MPP delegates, less than 8% of them say religion is important to them. And ethnicity is about 10%. It is consistently shown that ethnicity is more stronger in our politics than religion.
I see.
Yes, so I'll wrap up. Yes, so we're just showing all of that. So my point, the final point was that, look, because this is a new administration that's doing better, bring somebody that you will market for 2032.
That's why you say
Yes.
Kojo Ponkroma.
But no, Boama is far better than Oponkroma.
Thank you.
Yeah, Patrick Boama is head and shoulders above Oponkroma.
Thank you very much.
Oh, so you didn't give me opportunity to justify.
You will come back to it.
Okay.
No, it is funny. Sometimes we sit here and you
look at.
Okay,
this.
we look. No, I will look at it. I'll come back. Look, looking at the data here, there's nothing surprising here. There's nothing surprising here. Come Saturday, next Saturday by this time, over 200,000 patriots all over this country will line up to vote. When they finish, by the time they finish at the end of the day, they would have massively voted for essentially Dr. BAWUMIA because of his competence. They would have voted for him because based on meritocracy. They would have voted for him because of emotional immaturity. They would have voted for him because of his experience. They would have voted for him because right now, if you look at this government right now, whenever they are in serious crisis, it is the policies and the ideas expounded by BAWUMIA that is saving them. Whenever you look at it, you will see that. And that is why they will go out and they will say, thank you, Dr. BAWUMIA, Medasi, Dr. BAWUMIA, Akpe, Dr. BAWUMIA, Dr. BAWUMIA.
Your cheese bad.
They will vote for him because he has demonstrated. And when they do that, come January 2029, he will be sworn in as the president of Ghana, and this country will be strong. This country will be safe, and this country will be prosperous under his leadership.
Please give me this video. Let
me do that. Look, and I said I always say I like polls. I'm a fan of polls. You can look up and that hope polls help us to better understand our politics and everything. A number of polls came out. The prediction is 57 here. Cass, Codnan, Adnan, Stefan did a poll too. They also gave Dr. BAWUMIA 69. Africa Policy Lens, of which I am a senior fellow, so biased there. In that pool, I am in that pool, so people say I'm being biased. Also give Dr. BAWUMIA 63%. What I tried to do was to put all of them together and take an average of them. To try to see about the validity and reliability of data, and also go for what triangulation. So now you do that to make sure that his is telephones, others could have been person. So when you use varied methods like that, when I do that, the small average, it comes down to around 63%. If you add the 69, 63, plus 57%. That means that taking all the reputable polls together, it points to what a decisive victory come Saturday. So that is not the surprise thing. What I am really impressed about today, and what I'm happy is the other slide about the favorability. Please, could you kindly show me the favorability?
Oh, yes. No, you keep talking.
Yeah. Now, if you watch politics, favorability is cash. Favorability is money. Favorability is one of the things. It's cash, no. It's one of those intangibles that move polling numbers. It's one of the things that make people somebody, oh, I just like him for no reason. There were people who just like Rollins because somebody were afraid of him. There were people who just like him because it was in military uniform they liked it. And they would just go out and vote for you. In this election, we saw that people who just like JM. Some of it is irrational, some of it is right. It doesn't matter. He was just JM, and they just like they vote for him. So when your favorability is that high, you can easily turn that one into cash. And cash here means real voting numbers. The other good thing about favorability is that there was this argument that most of the NPP base did not show up in the last place to vote. Okay. When that happens, it's also because probably they didn't have higher favorability for the candidate. Because if you have such higher favorability for somebody, why wouldn't you vote for him? It seems there is a recovery there, that if these are numbers from the grassroots of the party, and they have given him such a 93% favorability rating. I'm telling you, if you can do that, you can extrapolate. I'm sure Musa can tell us the last time was his favorability rating, what he got, and now this is what he got. And you see that there will be an improvement. So for me, The fact that he's enjoying he has crossed the 90 line in favorability among his existence, it means that he has successfully consolidated the base. He has successfully brought the base home. And this is how you get the post-primary, what's the name, unity. Because if 93% of the delegates see him favorable, you cannot go and tear him down. You cannot go and try to bring him up because the numbers are seriously in his favor. So for me, that was and come Saturday, I'll be in my hometown of Tumu just to observe as a neutral and just to see how it's going.
You are neutral.
No, I'm just going. Yeah, as an analyst to see there, and I want to be a witness to victory. I want to be a witness to victory.
You are in the BAWUMIA camp.
I want to be a witness of history, and I want to be there to see how it is done and successfully done. You know,
BAWUMIA. Please.
When he becomes president in 2029,
I'll be out of this country.
Oh, good. Go.
The day you win, then I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I can't live in Ghana. No. I'll be gone.
We can do without you. Go.
Next week we'll deal with this.
We'll get another Pebu. There are plenty Pebus. Pebu go.
No, not here.
Where does the chip fall for you?
For me,
Posters or
for me, what's
prophets?
instructive is that the delegates, they are just about 11%. Lays emphasis on trustworthiness of the candidate. And that for me is quite interesting because you see, we are getting to a situation where the nation is looking for trustworthy candidates. You know?
True.
For all that we see in public office now, we want people who will be trustworthy, people who will be available to account for their stewardship, people who, whilst in office, will also account for their stewardship. So for them to say that trustworthiness ranks just about 11%, I'm worried. But that's NPP.
The
But you see,
overriding is for a winnable candidate. Want
Yes.
to first win before they look at how
you see,
trustworthy.
no. But you see, it's important.
practical.
It's important that trustworthiness of the winnable candidate ought to be high. You need to, because you are looking for a candidate that will win you the elections. And you must gauge the mood of the nation. Even though this is NPP primaries, they must be gauging the mood. Where the Ghana is now, they are looking for trustworthy people in public spaces. You know, they don't give you impress and then you don't retire the impress. No. They don't give you public resources to undertake public work and you don't account for it.
Sure.
That's not what the nation wants now. So NPP should align with the mood and gauge the thought of the people, the generality of the people. But I wish them well. But as for 2028, ZAATO, forget it. And forget 2032.
It will be 2029. He was sworn in 2029.
Please, forget 2028.
Who is your candidate?
December 7th.
Who is your candidate?
ZAATO is you.
You don't have a candidate.
It's you.
You don't put Asedun Kete about me. Who will vote for Asedun
I'm
Kete?
saying
Who will see
ZAATO,
Baumia and vote for
that
Asedun?
has been done by
Oh,
the way.
Master has been done.
ZAATO,
He's riding the coattails of John Mahama.
ZAATO, I am saying,
You are riding the coattails of
Okay.
ZAATO.
Please
ZAATO.
make your point.
ZAATO, if we
Who will see
put,
Mercedes
Okay,
Benz and
Dr.
vote for Akparawo?
Dr. Zato.
do you know you call General Mercedes Benz?
General
General is not merely a Mercedes Benz, it's a Maybach.
Make your point. Conclude on your
General
point.
is a Maybach. It's not merely a Mercedes, it's a
Make your
Maybach.
point. Make your point.
The NDC lent BAWUMIA to NPP. BAWUMIA is parents, etc. NDC. They just lent.
Political people.
Listen, tell ZAATO that. Tell
So you've evolved. You are once NPP, now you are NDC.
ZAATO,
You were once NPP, now you are NDC. You yourself, you've
Thank you.
evolved.
Dr. Zato. Thank you.
ZAATO. General is a G-Wagon.
Thank you.
I thought you were with Chief of Staff.
Thank you.
I'm saying you are comparing General to BAWUMIA, and you are saying that BAWUMIA is a Mercedes.
Chief of Staff is what?
Hold on. You haven't compared Chief of
I
Staff.
thought you were
You settled.
Who is your candidate?
You said,
Who is
listen.
your candidate?
I said it's you.
You candidate.
ZAATO is you. You have compared General with BAWUMIA,
Okay.
and you are saying General is Tiku. And
Yes.
I'm saying General is
BAWUMIA.
G-Wagon.
Thank you.
The G-Wagon is General.
That's it.
So
Now we know
I
the
want
first
to.
candidate.
I want to wish them all the best.
Thank you, thank you.
But especially because they signed the Peace Pact. And you know, for some time now, signing of Peace Pact become a key feature of both our national elections and internal public elections. So I hope that the terms of the peace pact will guide all the candidates and their operators, both before the elections, on the day of the elections, and after. We are not going to war, but we are signing peace pact. So it should tell you, look, violence have characterized our elections. Innocent people have died. You know, violence have been used to overturn a lot of elections. Some are even still in court. So we want to. This is a home affair. This is a domestic matter. This is like home match. So they should play it fairly. They should watch the things they say, because some of the comments flying about, we are documenting them quietly. No.
Yours will be worse.
Thank you.
You won't hear anything from
Yours
us.
will be worse.
Thank you very much.
You will be
Gentlemen.
shocked that
blood on the streets.
No.
Thank you. Well,
So on this note,
I don't
on
think
this
that-
note,
that-
yeah.
He knows what I can. Which one?
that last one.
That one.
You don't want
Oh.
in
No, I'm not saying it before. Blood here is
No.
does not mean
Yes, you want to just take.
Okay,
that.
we just got out of it.
So I wish them all the best, and that
But he said Baumia was
gentlemen.
corrupt. He didn't withdraw it.
And
He didn't withdraw. He didn't withdraw.
may the best candidate win.
Okay.
On Saturday.
Thank you. There are a number
But their best will not be the best for us in 2028.
a few messages. Dr. Na Gandao says, good morning. Quite a number.
He had to.
You take away from today who seeks to live for the previous regime with the flag bearer of the party going into election 2028. That's why Musa Dankwa is here. He is the chief servant of Global Info Analytics, the head of research and executive director. Mr. Dankwa, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Now, during the week, there was a peace pact that was signed. The former president, John Ejekum, that's Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was there. He had a few words on the matter of unity for the NPP going into election 2028. And that also, in his view, must be a cardinal point of focus for anybody who seeks to lead the party. This is the final, and we're going to put that on the screen right now. And Mr. Dankwa is going to be joining us. The final poll and predictions for the 2026 presidential primary of the New Patriotic Party. A week away from today, January 31. Final. So this one, so you can stick your neck out and say you are putting your integrity on this one. that this is it. This is it. And with this, the sample size is over 10,000 and spread across what? You use face-to-face and...
No, this is just pure telephone polls.
Telephone. You called
Yes.
all
the
over 10,000.
Yes, we call them.
Hey,
Over a period of 4 weeks.
over a 4-week period.
Yes, every week we do 2,500. Every week, 2,500.
Phone calls.
Phone calls, yes.
And this across 272 constituencies.
Yes, only 4 constituencies were missing from the contact lists.
You called over 10,000 people.
Yes.
And so when you call them, what do you ask them?
Oh, several questions. We start with, asking them about the upcoming primaries.
Okay.
And whether they believe that the party can unite after the primaries. Mm-hmm. Then they say yes or no. And then we ask them to give us their opinion about how they perceive all the 5 candidates. Mm-hmm. In the case of BAWUMIA, do you see him favorably or unfavorably, or you have no opinion? Mm-hmm. We round that to every delegate will be asked to give his opinion about all the 5 candidates.
Right.
It is to give us a sense of who is more favored in terms of positive and negative.
I see.
And then we go into the concept of what we call the second chance for candidates. We ask them whether they believe that the idea that second chance being given to a candidate will help the party win.
That's right.
We want to pick their minds on certain issues, which will help us to really do a triangulation down the line. And then we ask them about who did they vote for in the last election. And they tell us who they voted for.
I see. Interesting. So you go back to who they voted for
In the last
just to
election.
track whether they've changed their minds.
Absolutely.
Or they are still sticking to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then we ask them about the upcoming primaries. Who would they vote for in the upcoming primaries?
So that's about 6 questions.
So there are more. We even ask them, who do you think your friend delegate are voting for?
But how they know that?
They've been having conversation. They've been talking. So that's another way of seeing whether the polls are in line with what they think people are doing.
Over 10,000 people.
Yes.
Asking them almost 10 questions and over. Interesting.
These are the regional breakdowns. You can see that Greater Accra has the highest, followed by Ashanti region, then Eastern region, Central region, Western. This is weighted in line with the EC register and also in line with the NPP's own register. Sometimes people can play with the numbers by giving smaller regions much more data than they deserve. Then you see that you are skewing the results in favor of a particular region. So this is properly aligned with the NPP's register of voters and also EC register of voters.
I see. Then you have the Greater Accra region having the chunk of the sample size, and that reflects both the party and the regions. In this, I want us to. Will there be unity after the campaign? Why was this question important?
No, you know, it's topical question these days. People are asking the way there's infighting, there's mudslinging, and so on and so forth. Can they really unite after these primaries? The delegates are sure that they can unite. Delegates, I don't think there will be division in the delegate rank and file. The division will be at the top.
I see. The top, I mean, as in the five.
Yeah, the campaign team, they're the ones who will be difficult to reconcile. But people who are the grassroots, look, the party is first for them.
I see. But the call for unity ran through the speeches of almost all the people who spoke during the Peace Pact. I think that's not going to have an impact on the top as you...
Well, some will be compelled that, look, if the grassroots are ready to unite, we, the top, cannot be the stumbling block. We have to go with the party. But as for the people who do that with their entire heart or half of their heart, is another matter.
So for the rank and file, you had 88% of them saying yes, the party would. And
this question is very important.
Candidate, do you agree or disagree that presenting a candidate for the second time will enhance the NPP's chances in the 2028 elections? 45% say they agree.
They agree.
And
23%.
23% disagree. But then you have those who say they are neutral.
32 are neutral.
What?
They are neither for it or against it. They're in the middle.
I see. But that's a critical mass.
It's a critical mass. And wherever they sway, they will come and add to this 45%.
How do you know that? I mean,
no,
how do you know that?
You see,
why wouldn't they rather? Would you say they will come and add to this?
Look at the gap. In fact, almost like 2 in 1. 2 to 1 agree. You see?
Yes.
So their minds have been conditioned to believe that, look, second chance for a candidate is better for the party. And that has been BAWUMIA's campaign. At a point, we saw Ken rebutting that strongly. Well, he knew that the effect is there.
Okay. And has that rebuttal had any impact, you say?
Well, we'll see down the line.
Favorability ratings of the candidate.
We've been tracking the data. How favorable or unfavorable do you see this candidate? So each delegate is asked to rank all of them. And on the score, BAWUMIA gets 93% favorability rating. Ken gets 85%. Brian, in the last period, has shot up to 86%. Educhum, 83%, and Kobna Japan, 85%.
I don't understand this. Well, no. So explain to me.
Okay, what we do is that how favorable or unfavorable do you see BAWUMIA? Or you have no opinion?
All right.
When you say favorable, they will take favorable.
Okay.
Unfavorable, unfavorable. So we just do a count of how many delegates ranked him favorable. how many rank him unfavorable. Then we subtract the unfavorability from the favorable to have a net favorability.
Okay. And within the last period of the campaign, Dr. Brian Champong
has
is
made a huge
gaining
gain.
some level
Yes.
of favorability
Yes.
amongst who? The rank and file
Rank and file of the party.
So the 10,000 and over sample size, is it a delegates?
Delegates.
Delegates.
Yes. The polling station executives, those who are almost 90% of the voting bloc, are the ones here we're talking about.
And Brian Champong shot up within this short period.
In fact, in the December poll, BAWUMIA was 91%. He goes to 93%.
That's just two.
Ken was 85. He remained at 85. No change. Brian was 80, I think 82. He goes to 86 in that period.
What's working for him, Dr. Brian Champong?
This really started happening in the last 5 days, from Tuesday morning.
He's preaching that message of the unifier, which is a critical component, as you indicated.
Beside that, you see, Brian Champong and Kennedy are eating from the same bowl.
What do you mean?
Their strength.
What bowl are they eating from?
Their strength come from the same regions. They are the account stock, right? So if Kennedy goes up, Brian goes down. If Brian goes up, Ken goes down. That's the real relationship between these two candidates. And on Tuesday, when the video emerged, there was a quick response by delegate.
Which video is that?
The video that he was attacking, that live video.
I see.
It really didn't help him.
No.
Following that day, every single day, he was losing 1%.
You mean the video of Kennedy Ohene Japan?
Yes.
Talking about Dr. Bawumia's message of a second chance.
No.
He said
there was a video about calling Bawumia a liar.
Yes, he was saying the
I just
second
want a
chance
small
message was a lie. That he's a liar.
Really was. It wasn't good. That morning, we saw a shift in delegates' perception about him. And that continued till Friday morning.
Interesting.
Now, here, we asked the delegates, look, what are the qualities that you'll be looking for from your people, the person you want to vote for? If you look at it, if you go up slightly so that we can see the 23% of the delegates or the responses are saying that we want somebody who can win for us. For them, it's key. They want a winning candidate. And then 17%, they want somebody who cares for the grassroots.
Right.
16% say somebody who can bring change. And then 16%, somebody who can unite the party. Somebody who is trustworthy, 11%. Somebody who is humble, 8%. Other factors that were not mentioned, 7%. Only 2% mention a fighter, somebody who can fight.
Like the famous
I see. So, but obviously, I mean, there's no surprise that a winnable candidate
is dominant.
That but then there are others who have also been preaching a candidate who would be able to withstand all the other issues that comes with elections.
Mr. Fighter.
I mean, if you want to classify it that way. But then you heard some of them make the point that it was, for instance, Dr. Bawumia was called out for conceding too early. Okay, that's a sign of weakness. All right? And so that campaign of a strong leader also featured amongst the other, that is between Brian Champong and Kennedy Japan. You heard them. But you classify it as a fighter. They probably would not agree with you on that.
Alfred, sometimes we carry notions and we believe those notions are true without data. Have we polled NPP followers to ask them whether what Bawumia did was wrong?
Do you intend to poll that?
Well, I don't have time to do that. But for those who are making those assertions, they should have done some work. So you see whether you are in sync with your base or you are running somewhere and your base is somewhere. So sometimes we just make assertions, not backed by data, we believe it's true. I'll leave it there.
The final verdict on this, that is, the various percentages that these five had on the last day, the last poll of Musa Dankwa will be displayed Gentlemen, please. Right after this quick break, stay with us. This is Key Point. We'll go to the ultimate, the final one. And it's right here.